Hello folks, welcome back to another edition of This Weekend at the Movies, the show where we give you guys our quick thoughts on the biggest films coming out each weekend. I'm your host Austin Putnam, and I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on the latest dark fantasy horror film coming out this weekend, The Lighthouse. So The Lighthouse stars Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson as two people that worked at, as you can guess, a lighthouse in I believe the late 1800s. Robert Pattinson's character is a wickie that works at a lighthouse that Willem Dafoe's character runs, and while the two of them are secluded on this island, they get to know each other while at the same time that both of them are slowly descending into madness. So The Lighthouse was a movie that I was looking forward to a lot, mainly because I love Robert Eggers' debut film, The Witch. And I'm happy to say that while The Lighthouse is a weird movie, and I mean, it's weird, I dug the heck out of this movie. Performances-wise, this is really Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe's show, and they absolutely crush it. It's almost like a stage play to a point when you're watching these characters just going at it. Willem Dafoe does such a great job of playing a character who is very psychologically manipulative, while Robert Pattinson's character is a guy that's just trying to keep it together while staying at this island for God knows how long, and he's trying to keep his sanity intact. And seeing these two go at it, it's almost as if they're one-upping each other in certain scenes. Like one particular scene where they're going, what? Also, when it comes to all the technical aspects, especially the cinematography and the production design, The Lighthouse is absolutely immaculate to look, and I feel like it only helps even more so when the film is shot in 35mm and black and white with a 4:3 aspect ratio. I feel like that the 4:3 aspect ratio especially helps with the very isolated and the almost claustrophobic feeling of The Lighthouse. And something else that I really dug about The Lighthouse was the atmosphere. The moment that this movie starts, it has a very eerie vibe and this very dark and grimy vibe, almost to the point of reading like an H.P. Lovecraft novel to an extent. But really the best compliment I can give to The Lighthouse is that this movie is something that deserves multiple viewings, not just because I feel like that you get something more out of each viewing, but there's so much going on underneath this movie's surface. However, I do have a couple of issues with The Lighthouse, one being that it does take a little bit to get going. Another thing is that when it comes to the pacing, there are a couple of scenes that I feel like that do take a bit too long to end for another scene to get going. One of the biggest issues I know people had with The Witch was that when it came to the dialect, a lot of people could not understand what was being said, and here, I understood those concerns because while for the most part I was able to understand what these two characters were saying to one another, but there were a couple of times where I just thought, come again? Overall though, The Lighthouse is without a doubt a weird as can be movie, and as it goes along, it gets weirder. Although, I dug the heck out of it. And also, because of how the movie is shot, this is an experience that we just do not get anymore. So, all in all, I'm gonna give The Lighthouse a highly recommended. This is a movie that I feel like that not a lot of people will like because I feel like that some people will say it's boring, but this is definitely a movie that I feel like that people should experience, mainly because of the psychological journey that these two people go through. I hope you guys enjoyed our review of The Lighthouse. If so, please hit that like button, share, subscribe. If you want to see any of our previous two reviews, please click either right there or there. And of course, until next weekend at the movies, we will see you guys next weekend.